Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Sherlock Holmes, The Awakened. Now, I made the mistake, and that mistake was not purchasing this game until the day of needing to record it. And when you got the not so great internet that I got, which is T-Mobile home internet, it's finicky at times, and when the weather is not so great outside, it's less than finicky. It's pretty and yeah, it turns out I had a storm today as well. So, all the cards lined up, laziness, the weather, and now it's 1:30 in the morning. So, let's do some detective work at 1:30 in the morning. All right, that was a really fast load. Okay. Chapter 1, The Shadow over London. Also, I just realized something. The power went out today, and every time the power goes out, it sends my fan to the maximum speed. And I forget to change it. It's really strange.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the postman brought today.
Alright. Camera is a little high. Let me change that a smidgen. Controls? Narrow? Gameplay. Damn. It's not really that bad. A lot of these, subtitles are on, so that's a plus. Gameplay, that's where I just was. Video. I just changed the FPS limit, and that's it. That was there already. I don't really know what DLSS is, and I don't really care. But yeah, difficulty, young detective because I'm stupid. So yeah, use WSDA to move around and left click to interact. All right. Also, I saw that some of the reviews for this game weren't so hot, and then the Steam reviews are very positive. And then also, you gotta remember, these guys are in a country that's currently, being invaded. And they made this game. That's cool. You know what I mean. These are some brave motherfuckers. So, if there's like some mushy lip syncing, I'm gonna look past that shit. So, yeah, just to preface that. Because I believe at the beginning when you open this game, they do mention that they were working on this game. I think shortly after the invasion, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so let's look at this. All right, so there's three things. Is one of them the food? Nope. Is one of them that? Yes.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
How could I? Like that.
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Like Barnes and
insists
Noble.
on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Okay, some reading. London Advertiser, September 28th, 1882. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Ildur. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Ildur's personal bodyguard. The longtime member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late-night promenade. What is that, like escapade? The promenade? Whatever. A spokesman for the police assures the advertiser that they are confident that the bodyguard will be located and he is a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed, whether by his peers at the gentlemen's clubs or the fair nightingales who comfort them.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
That was kind of interesting, I'll say.
I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
And the whole Sherlock games, I'm unfamiliar with. I think I played like an hour of one back. Oh. Walk away from that. I believe I played an hour of one when the original Xbox One came out. And that was the last time I played a Sherlock Holmes game. I did play the other Detective Cthulhu game, The Sinking City. I played a little bit of that. I spoke on that in, I think, a Fatal Frame video. But I didn't finish it. So, I don't know if this is like a canon game or what. The last Sherlock Holmes game was like a young Sherlock or something. So, who knows if the same stuff is going to be in this one.
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
The dustbin? What the hell is a trash? It's a trash can, yeah? Excuse me. Is that the dustbin? That is empty. Oh, yes. I have deducted. That is not the right one. It's raining today. Why not dress in something more appropriate for the weather? Open the casebook with C and navigate to wardrobe tab. Put on a hat. Ah, we have clothes. Oh, so these are all available? I didn't buy the, like every Ukrainian, bold, durable, and unbeatable. That's nice. Ugly beige. The worst suit in the game, just awful. I shouldn't do that. Damn. Oh, these are outfits? I'm actually pleasantly surprised at the amount of outfits I have just by buying the base version of the game. I saw that there are 3 versions, but the deluxe I think had another series of quest lines. Then I'm unfamiliar with what the step above that had. I think it was just more suits. But you know what? Lose the glasses. Makes us look too distinguished. Now we look like a geek. Oh god, are we wearing the same? Nah. Different suits, same beige. Does it want me to put on a different hat? It's probably not that hat. Okay, you know what? Skip that one. I'm also noticing like a strange line in the middle of my monitor. Like a series of lines. And I am not seeing it on OBS, so I look like a fucking idiot doing this. I'm not sure if it is my monitor or if it's the game. I'll say that. It could very well be this older monitor I have. Ah! Frame rate, death, and rebirth. Alright, beautiful. What about that chicken?
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
Cool. It's written on there. The movement of this is actually kind of strange. It throws me off. Like, you stop it and it'll just move a bit in a weird direction. It's
You were
whatever,
mistaken,
though.
Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Quiet. Hold left shift to run.
Get the
Fucking,
Strand.
where am I
Get a
running
copy
to?
of the Strand here.
Kid,
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
what the fuck?
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
It's quite wise.
Any breaking news today?
The dog accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes, yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Cool, now I can take the day off.
Okay.
can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive, hence the appeal of disguises. Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings.
I would be scared. Yeah, you've got a new question in your mind palace. I remember that from the,
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Shut the fuck up. I'm thinking to myself. In the, fuck, why do I keep forgetting the name of the game? Sinking City. Then navigate to the Mind Palace. Inside, select relevant pieces of the evidence to deduce the answer. So that's my mind. Yep, this looks like a mind. Who ruined the Strand? Book from Barnes, Cactus Spine. What am I doing? That means I'm correct, yes? What if I'm just wrong? Is he gonna tell me I'm wrong or not? Mr. Barnes is involved in this scheme. The newspaper said the suspicious man was carrying a stack of books, and this morning Mr. Barnes, the local bookseller, delivered a novel for Dr. Watson. A cactus spine for assassination, a loud bang. A visit to Mr. Barnes is in order. What if it's as simple as there was a potted cactus that fell, and someone wiped up some soil with the newspaper, and there was like a cactus spine in it? Whatever.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also has his scruples.
Try to murder me.
Poor suppose it's part of a game.
You can pin evidence for quick access in the information from your casebook. Open the casebook with C, pin the evidence with a bookshop photo by pressing X. Try to find the bookshop. Okay. Pinned. Alright, I can find a fucking bookshop. Don't. That's a bookshop. That's probably a bookshop. No, that's not a bookshop. That's like a library or a courthouse. They're just gonna make me find this fucking bookshop, aren't they? Okay. Let us go. We must find this bookshop. There's a beer there, so maybe we'll see one with a book. Clearly it's not over that way, so we should go this way. Lock and key shop. I don't believe they sell books there, Mr. Watson. Let's go this way. Is that it? Oh. No, this is it, clearly. I don't need your help anymore. Go away. Where is this man? I'm gonna shoot him with my gun. Excuse me. Observe. This creepy man in a suit will stare at you. Bags under eyes, the effects of overwork. Ah. I can't move down. Oh, that's how I move down. His fingertips are dirty. Newspaper ink. Hey man. Excuse me. Excuse me. Leans heavily on his right leg. He has a sore left leg. How the hell do we know that? High heels. Wants to look taller. Okay. Mr. Barn has large bags under his eyes, a result of poor sleep and stress. Fuck. I have poor sleep and some stress, I think. He has developed a limp, likely the result of an attack. He wears high heels to look taller or stronger, presumably to deter future violence. Presumably. I wanted to master that word. To deter future violence, Mr. Barnes is threatened by someone and might be involved in a plot against me. I don't think he is. I think he's just a workaholic, man. Character portrait, Mr. Barnes. It seems unlikely that such a person would be involved in a murder plot, even if the ink on his hand suggests he was the one who sold the newspaper. Nevertheless, Mr. Barnes could still be a pawn in a bigger plan without his knowledge. I think this is just one big misunderstanding.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Did he just run away? Oh, we gotta shoot him now. I was wrong.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
No, really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
We need to
You're
kill this
asking
man.
the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him.
Press Z to highlight interactive areas in the environment around you. Okay. There's a ladder. What does this do?
The ladder is broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Yes, freshness of wood. Z. There's a dog.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Alright. We tell him we'll stomp his dog out unless he comes out. But then we won't. We'll just kick the bones that are sitting there instead of the dog. Those are very large bones for that dog.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
You're looking at this very closely.
basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Exotic plants catalog. Catalog of exotic plants on the Barnes counter. The name of the catalog reads, Everlasting Plants for an Everlasting Love. He's in love with him. And now he's embarrassed. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah? He's just shy.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
That's kind of cool.
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible. The finest view London has to offer.
Does this Sherlock get a gun? Excuse me there, good fellow.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
I didn't recognize you. I'm sorry. I thought you were standing over here. Oh, you move. What the hell? Let's go lock the door to his shop. That way no one can come in as we talk to him. Oh. My bad.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
Let me go to my mind palace. Alright, why is Barnes acting so strangely? Okay, potentially poison. We don't know that, right? Exotic plants catalog. Damn, you know what? Maybe it's not love, because I don't see any other pieces of evidence. But why would the broken ladder be the sound he heard? That'd be the loud... Would that be a loud bang? It'd be like a medium snap, right? Let's just go for it. The strand is missing. Okay, so, oh, so that'll display if I got one right. Okay. So the dead flower's on display. Does the crypto wallet, that really doesn't have anything to do with it, right? Fuck. Okay, book from Barnes. The London Advisor. Eh? Am I missing something then? Okay. So I'm missing something. I don't think there's anything else in here I can look at. Perhaps I need to walk around the shop. And I'm gonna be honest, I like wearing the ugly suit, but I don't like matching. Alright. So let's go outside and look for some evidence. Maybe I could talk to a few guys. That one. Hello,
Are
sir.
you able to help me?
It's a shame, but I can't help you.
Okay. Let's go, Watson. Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, just one question.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Very well. My good fellow.
Help me, please.
Excuse me, what? I'm not sure I know.
Okay. Ah, this is a man of interest here.
Help me, please.
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Okay. Excuse me, sir.
May I ask you something?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Okay. So you think he, like, came out from there, walked down here. Will talking to these people do anything, really? I feel like I'm just gonna get the same shtick. I don't really see any, like, item to look at. Maybe if I head back to, like, my place.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
It's really not letting me spam Z either.
Get the Strand.
Makes sense.
Get your copy of the Strand here.
Shut your face. Hey man, did you see anything?
May I ask you something?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Okay. Wait, maybe... No, I was gonna say maybe one of the orbs doesn't need to be, like, answered. But that doesn't make sense, right? That's done. Okay. It won't let me click those, so I guess that is... It's right. It won't let me take it off. Or... Yeah, it's not letting me unpin that. Okay, so I'm definitely missing a piece of evidence. But I can't talk to this guy. Does pinning something... I don't think I need to do that right now. It's kind of just getting in the way.
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think.
Is there anything behind the counter? There's money. Damn, sitting there would be hella cozy, man. I'd fall asleep.
The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Okay. Damn. Really don't know. This is basically the tutorial puzzle, too. Fuck. Let me talk to her and her flowers.
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Okay, well those are undercover, so...
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original.
Is it not original for this time? Oh.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin? The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
The ladder?
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
What does that mean? I've heard it so
Anything
much,
tickle
but
your
I just
fancy, Mr. Holmes?
I'm not British. Observe. Observe. Distant look. Avoids eye contact or distracted. A mourning brooch. Honoring deceased husband. Is it like a recent death? Luxury fabric. Unusual for work attire. Yo, is this an assassin? Excuse me, ma'am. Clean boots. Change shoes upon arrival. Wearing makeup for beauty or concealment. Okay. She is trying to move on. She suggested by her makeup and nice outfit, perhaps she is dressing to attract someone's... Yo, he likes her. Oh, damn. I think she's ready to move on. Yeah. Yo.
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
Let's leave for
I'll be
now.
off.
Let me go to my mind palace while I'm standing in front of her. Okay, so dead flowers on display. He probably got the flowers from her and he didn't know how to take care of them. That's why he grabbed the book. Shit. Cactus in a cracked pot. Fuck, I'm still missing something. Okay, now let's present evidence of something. What am I trying to present to her? This guy.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Ooh.
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Okay. What about these dead flowers?
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
See? What about the cracked pot? And are you trying to kill me?
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a dole to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless. They have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Why is there a cactus there then? Does Watson just stand out in the distance like that? It's kind of weird. Don't worry. Mind Palace time. Alright. So those are correct, yeah? Alright. Mr. Barnes is in love. Okay. So, I was able to get to that conclusion, but the semantics involved are something I'm gonna have to get used to. Plainly, this is the same cactus he dropped on the strand outside. Now I hear full story. Anonymously gifted. I should start from the top. Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Miss Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into his shop and give him watering advice, or it could simply be a symbol of his desperation. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he ordered from a catalog on his counter. Questionable choice, but for Barnes, a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalog presents these cacti as immortal. Blatantly, this is the same cactus he dropped on the strand outside 221B Baker Street. Now to hear the full story. But why was he, like, running away?
I think perhaps I have been.
I missed
chasing
one
shadows.
thing.
Do not despair,
I don't
Mr.
care.
Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
I didn't make any fucking mistake. I called this shit from the beginning. He was in love, but with me and not her. But, you know, I was like half right.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
Shoot
I
him.
needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
Shoot him. Don't worry,
As in
I got
most
you.
things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the obtruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Alright. Saltpetre explosion. Saltpeter? Fuck if I know. Explosion rocks docks. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier N3 in the early morning en route to Europe when it was rocked by several percussive explosions. The Port Authority is yet to comment on the incident, and it is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river, but with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired. Alright, I'm seeing docks and explosion and Cthulhu.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Now, before I do that, I've come to the realization that my right leg is very warm, and then I looked at my my fucking MSI Afterburner, and it's like 80 degrees Celsius. I need to. Where is it? Gameplay? Fuck no. It may only be right here. Yeah, we're just gonna cap this game at 60. Because holy shit. I was like, why is my left leg so cold and my right leg so warm? What am I doing, by the way? Sir?
Let me know if there's any way I can make it up to you. Tell you what, tomorrow's edition of The Strand is on me.
No, thank you. Goodbye.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition, and that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But
it's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Let me go talk to somebody real quick. Also, did I level up or something? Oh, we dressed Watson up. Traditional Ukrainian outfit, stand tall, stand proud. That does look pretty comfortable. Ew. Ew! We're staying clean shaven. Yo, that gives me a gun? Damn. We looked like that guy from the first Evil Within game. We look like a mixture of the main character, Sebastian, and the other guy. Alright. I'm gonna go and save this, because I didn't realize you could do that. Alright, it's now 2:09 a.m. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here before we get into the meat and potatoes. What the fuck? There's concentration? What the hell is that? What the fuck? Gross. Casebook, Mind Palace. Wardrobe is I. Okay. Alright, I'll try to remember some of that, but I probably won't. So yeah, I don't really have much to say on this game at the moment. I just started it, so I'll leave it at that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode of Sherlock Holmes Awakening, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.